Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hope you're all doing well. Today I'm back with another beauty trick tested, and I was really excited to do the last one where I dumped a whole bunch of powder on my face and water, and that was interesting. But I've come across a new thing and a trick on how to get the perfect wing liner. So if you want to see me test out this beauty trick, then keep watching. Okay, so this is something that I found online. I'm gonna try to find the original source that I came across because honestly, it was just one of those things. I don't know if I was in between clients at work and I was just scrolling through my phone on Facebook or something, and I came across an article about this. So I will try to find the person that kind of maybe originally came up with this to give credit where credit is due. But either way, this is a trick, like I said, to get the perfect wing liner. So to do so, you're going to need a liquid liner of some sort. So I do have the Kat Von D tattoo liner in Trooper. I have also the dupe version of that, that is from Jesse's Girl. I have two. I have a black and a brown. So this is the liquid eyeliner. So same thing. It's actually very similar to the Kat Von D, but I wanted to pull out a few options in case I need one versus the other, if one's more saturated, that kind of thing. And then what you're gonna really need to do this is these little floss up things. I picked these up at Walgreens. I just got the generic brand. These are called Super Slip Floss Ups with gum stimulator and pick. And I guess it really doesn't matter what brand. I think the whole idea is you want something like this. So this is the little tool. I'm sure we've all used these at some point. It has a little floss on one side and then you have like a little pick. The only part of this that you're going to be using is the floss part where it has this flat floss material. And what we're going to do is draw on the liquid liner on this and then stamp your eye and not poke yourself in the eye either. And it's just gonna stamp, and by looking at it, I think it makes a whole lot of sense, you know? It's just like a little stencil. So you'll be able to stamp it, you can stamp it this way and then fill in the rest of the way. So it's a nice little guide, almost like if you were just to use tape. But personally, I think this will probably be easier than tape. I mean, in theory, thinking about it, just because you can do your foundation afterwards and just stamp and go. You don't have to worry about, oh, let's do the tape thing, do my eyeshadow, blah, 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 and then do my foundation. So we are here to test this out, and I'm a little nervous because I actually have places to be, and this is my makeup for today. I hope it doesn't ruin it. I think what I'm gonna do is start off with the Jesse's Girl brown liner, just because I know the Kat Von D one is pretty bold and black, and if this kind of doesn't work, maybe the brown won't be as much a nightmare to remove. So I've got my little tool and I've got my liner. Just gonna give it a little shake just to make sure. I haven't used this in a while. I tend not to honestly do wing liners. I like my eye with a little flick. When I get too much of a liner up here, my eyes close off. So I like to keep the bulk of a liner on the end so it really elongates my eye. Every eye shape is going to be different, so you're going to have to tailor this to your own. So I'm just looking at this little guy, and it does have like the little waxy stuff. So what I'm doing is I'm actually just getting my finger and I'm scraping off any material that might be on here, any product or mintiness to it. I tried to find one that doesn't have anything on it, but it was almost impossible to do that. So I'm just scraping off any gook. So I have a nice clean surface, and I'm actually not going to use the flat side here. I'm going to use the thin side. So when you're holding this, you have a wider side when you're looking at it this way, and then you have a very thin side. I'm going to try just the thin side, although it is floppy, so I don't know about this. I'm drawing it on, but it's not even transferring. This may not be a good thing. Okay, maybe I'll try the Kat Von D one. So what's happening is I'm applying it, but it doesn't even look like the color's staying on the floss. It's kind of just, yeah, okay. I think the Kat Von D one might be a little better. It's almost like watercolor, you know, when you draw over it and it starts to disappear in certain areas. Maybe I got the wrong floss, but it wasn't clear as to what kind of floss. So I think you're supposed to just use anything, and let's try this. Okay, I have my ink on there. If you can see, it's got a little bit of black, and I'm gonna wiggle here for a second, get the right angle. I'm looking right into a mirror. I don't want to look up or down or anything, because when you do your wing liner, you want to look straight on to make sure you get the right angle. So I'm going to aim towards the tail of my brow. I don't think it worked. That didn't work at all. It's almost like it dried. Maybe you have to work quick. Okay, I feel like this is just gonna be so stupid. All right, let me load it up. Let's be quick. All right, well, I got a little bit of a line. I'm not getting this. Honestly, by the time I figured this out, I could have already put a wing liner on. So I have one line. I guess that could be somewhat of a guide, but the way this was indicated, it just didn't seem like, I'm making this worse. Ah. No, that's all wrong. It's all wrong. Oh my gosh, I ruined my makeup today. Okay, I'm going to wipe this off and touch up my makeup, and I'm gonna get a regular piece of floss and see if that will work, and then we'll be right back to test out the floss theory. Okay, I grabbed my Marcella water because I know I'm gonna need it. This is the L'Oreal one. It's my favorite cleansing water, and I have a whole bunch of flosses, or flossi. I'm not quite sure what the plural of floss is. Probably just floss. We have one from Rite Aid. We have one from Equate. I have one. We have a lot of floss in this house. I'm not quite sure why, but I have one from Reach. And we have an Oral-B. Deep Clean Ultra Floss with mint. Well, let's grab the one from Equate. And I'm just going to pull off just a string so that way I can hold it and just go like that. I think this is going to get messy. I don't know about this. Okay, what I have done is I have it tight between my fingers, and I'm just kind of painting on the color. And then I'm going to use that little spot. This doesn't work. I got a little color on that one. Okay. I feel like I'm flossing my eyeball. All right. So I have a line here. Let's darken that up. Okay. It's not that great of a wing, to be honest, but I'm very messy, but I can just put some concealer and stuff in that area. So let's go ahead and let's just destroy the other side of my face while we're here. Let's just do the same thing. And stamp. Got one. Okay. Can you see that? It's very faint, but I think the whole thought of the little tool floss one, this little guy, it's like boom, boom, and go. It didn't work. I don't understand. There you have it. I've created a little stencil. I guess what's going through my mind is, what's the difference? You could just get the actual applicator of your felt tip, whatever you're using, and just lie it here, angle it where it's supposed to be, and stamp. And you would essentially get the same thing. I don't know. I'm not feeling this beauty trick, to be honest. I think that it actually is way more work. You are not going to save time in the morning using this. Definitely worth if you use these kinds of things. Obviously, you have floss in the house, that kind of thing. You could try it at home for yourself. Use different products, use different floss like I did. But I'm going to say that this is a huge fail, just because, I mean, they're not perfect. I'm still going to have to work with it. There's nothing quick and easy or a beauty trick. I just, no, this is a fail for me. It's fun to test out and see, because you never know. It could have been a win. Maybe it was the brand. Okay, I have the liner cleaned up and it's not looking that great, honestly. I also just threw on some mascara, but final thoughts, This is just kind of a fail for me. I thought it was fun to try and it seemed like it was gonna work. The whole theory behind it made a lot of sense. But honestly, I mean, look, my wings aren't even. I've spent too much time trying to fix these up and I could have just started applying it like I normally would and just taken my time with it, or using an eyeshadow and then stenciling it out that way and then going over it with a liquid liner. That's always a personal trick of mine because if you make a mistake, you can brush away the eyeshadow and start over just to get your shape and then go in with a gel or liquid or what have you. So this is a fail for me, honestly. I mean, try it at home. Everyone has floss at their house, whether they have the regular floss or this guy. It doesn't hurt to try it on, maybe in the morning before you've even started your makeup. I wouldn't recommend having your full face done and destroying everything. So big fail for me. Yeah, no. It's not going to be a trick that I'll be using, but if you have any ideas for beauty tricks, things that you've seen, and you're just curious as to if they really work, let me know in the comments below. I'd love some suggestions from you. And of course, don't forget to give the video a big thumbs up if you like it and like these beauty tricks tested videos. I greatly appreciate it. And of course, if you are new here today and you have not subscribed, you know where that button lives. And also don't forget to hit that little bell that will notify you when I upload my next video. Thank you so much for joining me and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.